Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Chelley Roy Show. I am your host, Chelley Roy, and we have an amazing show for you guys tonight. I pray that you guys are continuing to stay safe and sanitized. I pray that you guys are having a great week so far. We always like to start the show with kicking off and thanking our sponsors. The Chelley Roy Show is sponsored by Built on Survival Skills Apparel. We're also sponsored by Liquid Lipo, where you could lose up to a pound a day. So, you guys stay tuned and don't go anywhere because we have some amazing guests, you guys. We're going to be talking to Dr. Prenik James and Mr. Walter Miller about this huge, amazing event that's going down this weekend in Virginia Beach, you guys. And then the health nutritionist, the man himself, is back to talk more with us about health and wellness and some finance tips. Mr. Dr. Lamar. So you guys stay tuned and don't go anywhere because up next, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Chelley Roy Show, you guys. Again, I am your host, Chelley Roy. My first guests are here to promote their upcoming event, Taking It Back to the Roots, and also Beards, Brims, Brunches, and Conversations. I know a mouthful, right? But it's an event that you guys don't want to miss. So you guys help me welcome Dr. Prenik James and Mr. Walter Miller. Welcome, you guys. Welcome.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much. Thank you so much, Shelley.
Good evening. Thank you for
Good
having us.
evening,
Absolutely.
Shelley.
Welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. So it is an honor to have you both here. And I'm so excited about this weekend. So either of you can tell us what the event is about, what brought on Beards, Brims, Brunches, and Conversations, and what Taking It Back to the Roots is all about.
Absolutely. So, Beards, Brims, Brunch, and Conversations is going to feature 200 plus men in suits. And the ultimate goal is to change the negative narrative and perspective of our African American men. So, this event is going to take place in the beautiful city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. And how it came about, this particular theme or this particular event as a whole, I personally have a son. He just graduated from high school.
Mhm.
With an advanced degree, but my first husband passed away when he was transitioning over to high school. So I saw the importance of having, mentors in his life. I truly believe that if he didn't have the mentors that he had, whether it be through sports or, through school and different organizations, he wouldn't have made it. So I'm very passionate about this event. Again, it's going to feature 200 plus men in suits and 200 plus young kings in suits, averaging
Mhm.
between the ages of 6 to 17 years. In addition, with this particular event, once the brunch, we're going to feature all inclusive brunch, live entertainment. We're also going to be honoring the one and only Sabrina Wooten. She's located right here in Virginia Beach. She's the first African American female to serve 2 consecutive terms for the Virginia Beach City Council. We have Mr. B. McFly. He's coming in from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you don't know who he is, get to know him.
Get to
He's
know
definitely going to bring it. So he's really huge on definitely changing that negative narrative of our Black men all over the world. So after and this event, of course, Shelley, is for the women that love them. We're excited to also have our moderator and host, the one
Yeah.
only Ashley Gales. I couldn't forget about her, right? So we're
Yeah.
to have her to come all the way from Florida to join us in this event, to make sure that the ebb and flow is flowing, right? So shortly after the event concludes, it's going to take place from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The men are going to line up right outside of the Western Town Center Hotel, starting right at 2:30, and they are going to start the flash mob along with the young kings averaging between the ages of 6 to 17. Now, there is a cost for the brunch. You have to be at least 18 years of age to be a part of the brunch. However, thereafter, you do not have to, pay to be a part of the flash mob. And it's such an honor to have the city of Virginia Beach close the roads down for our men, which is definitely going to bring more positive enlightenment back to the city of Virginia Beach. The media is going to be out there heavy, and we're going to make history. We're making history right here
Absolutely.
in the city of Virginia Beach. Yes, absolutely.
I love all of that. I love the platform. I love the purpose in which it was formed. I think it's so very important that it starts at the beginning. So I like how you're incorporating the young men so that they could start early and having great examples of men in leadership to help guide them. So I appreciate that. What about you, Walter? What do you have to add? I'm excited. I mean,
Me
I
too.
know that you just kind of laid out what to expect, but I still feel like I don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? Because you just never know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what I would say, I'll add on to this is that Beard Friend Brunch conversation, it is more than just us men putting suits on, trying to look great for our nines and so forth. It's actually a networking event as well. It's also bringing together, bridging the gap between basically all kings from different genres coming together, because you never know who is who you're talking to or being a company of. It's a positive
Yeah,
atmosphere, as Dr. Prenik has specified. It's definitely to change the narrative the media portrays us as black men can't get along, get together. But it is so much more than that. It's an exciting event. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Working feverishly through the whole event. And Dr. Pig and I are going to present a wonderful atmosphere for this coming weekend.
I absolutely love that. I'm so excited. So, are there tickets still left? Talk to me a little bit about. So, I know there's a number of things going on. It's really a 3-day event, right? So, Saturday is primarily focusing on the beards, brims, brunches, and conversations with um, honoring all of the men. But then Sunday and Monday is for taking it back to the roots. Is it still tickets for the event? Now, when you go to Eventbrite, does that ticket get you into all of the events, or is it just one of the events? Or
It will actually get them into one event. So they would go to beardsbrimsbrunch.eventbrite.com, and that
okay,
take care of their admission into the actual conference itself. Also, they can sign up for free. They can sign the Young Kings up for free right there in that same place. If they are interested in vendoring and or either being a sponsor, due to the shortness of time, those particular slots have been closed out online. However, if they are interested in being a vendor, and they definitely want their need to have their business in the midst of this, right? They can call me directly at 757-914-5393, and therefore I can send them out a direct invoice. In
okay,
regard to taking you back to your roots, Natural Hair Barber and Lifestyle Expo, actually day one, Beards, Brims, Brunch and Conversations is going to kick the expo off the second day. This is the Summer Express edition. I actually did this expo back in January. So this is part two. I'm really excited about it. We had a huge turnout even back in January in the midst of us having a snowstorm here. The people showed up and showed out. And what the taking you back to your roots literally will do is bridge the gap between the consumers and the professionals the first day. We're going to feature health, wellness, and lifestyle panelists from all walks of life, touching on every area. So we're excited about that, pouring into the people. In addition, we're going to have a barber expert panel and then a natural hair and beauty expert panel. So again, it's all about bridging that gap. We're going to include main stage presentations, wall-to-wall vending, it's vending all weekend, entertainment, and then at the conclusion or the latter part of the event in the evening, we're going to feature some of the most sought after barbers, hairstylists,
wow,
braiders, locticians, and so forth. And they're going to be competing for $5,000 in cash trophies and prizes. So we want to know
wow.
who has the power. What does it take? So we're excited about it, and there are going to be so many who's in the building, and we don't want to let the surprise out just yet,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
excited. We have the who's in the building, and you all do not want to miss this event.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I commend you guys. Shout out to you, Dr. Prenik James and Walter Miller, and also our lovely host and moderator, Miss Ashley Gales. I
Yeah.
am super, super excited. And thank you for making that point about the vendors because I had a couple people reach out. So
Okay.
I'll let them reach out to you directly. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. And we'll definitely get them taken care of. And it's definitely their targeted market. If they have a business, our industry is a very unique industry, and they definitely need to have their business in the midst of everything that's going to be going on this weekend. So we're excited.
That is so true. The other question I wanted to ask, since it's a 3-day event, where is the venue going to be for each day? Is it going to be at the same venue or?
That's a great question, Chelley. So first day one is going to take place at the Westin Town Center Hotel, which is in downtown Virginia Beach.
Okay.
And that's day one. The second venue is about 5 minutes away, is Virginia Wesleyan University, and that's going to
Okay.
be Baton Center. But when they go to eventbrite.com, it will give them the address, it gives them the mapping directions and so forth. And of course, if they need additional directions, they can I'm just one phone call away, 757-914-5393.
Perfect. I am so excited to have you guys before me, and I can't wait to see you guys this weekend.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Dr. Prenik or Walter?
Walter, did you have anything to add?
Only thing I have to add to it, thank you for the platform again. We definitely
Yes.
appreciate your love and
Absolutely.
support for having us on this very, very unique opportunity. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
the only thing I have to say is definitely for everybody who's still interested in coming to the event, is to purchase your tickets. Do not wait till last minute because this event will sell out. And we've
Yes. We're
been
almost there.
definitely see, we're almost there, Nessie.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I
They
absolutely
definitely
love
don't
it.
want to miss it. Yes. And
Definitely
Shelley,
don't
I
want
can't
to.
wait to see you this weekend as you
Oh yeah.
Me
grace,
either.
the platform and the panel and so forth. And happy early birthday to you,
Oh, yeah.
Thank you
by the way.
so
So it's an
much.
honor to have you to come to
Thank
this
you.
event, you along with Dr. Lamar. So we're not going to
Oh,
let too
I'm
much
so
out right
excited.
now. So we're
Yeah, I
excited.
know, right? I know.
Let me
I'm
tell
so
you, they're in for a treat. They're in for a treat, right?
I
So they know a
know.
lot
I
about
know.
everybody is going down in the beautiful city of Virginia Beach, Virginia.
I can't wait. Virginia Beach is
Yes.
going to be on fire this weekend. I can't
Absolutely. It will
wait.
never be the same. It will never.
Yes, yes. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you guys on Saturday. You guys
Yeah.
take care, and you can hang out backstage if you'd like. We're going to go
Okay.
to a quick break.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Chelley Roy Show. So my next guest is no stranger. He is a iridologist, he's a holistic doctor, he's a nutritionist, he's a health coach, and the list can just go on and on. So are you guys ready for my brother and my friend, Mr. Dr. Lamar Price? Welcome.
Hey, how you doing, Chelley? Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I don't know where to start. I mean, I'm excited about this weekend. Are you excited about this weekend?
I'm excited about every weekend and every day. I celebrate life every day, so I stay excited
Amen.
as
Amen.
best I can. Yeah, so I guess this is round two with you.
This is round 2 and it's necessary. So I want us to do this at least once a month because without having the information and without you sharing the information, it's still a huge gap and people are becoming more and more sick every day. So I want to do my part and at least, be able to impart the information in the people because when you know better, you do better, you make better choices. So I want to try to
Absolutely.
on at least once a month so we can have these discussions because it's so necessary.
Absolutely. So yeah, well, let's get started. Also, are we opening up for Q&A?
I want you to introduce yourself for our new audiences. That way they'll know exactly who you are. You're better to introduce yourself than I am. And then I want to start off with maybe some health topics. I know I've been getting a lot of questions with detoxes. What are some of the different detoxes? I've been getting a lot of questions about that. Chronic disease, diabetes. So once you introduce yourself, then we can just kind of dive in and go from there.
Okay. Well, hello everybody, and thank you all for tuning in today with the Chelley Rose Show. And Chelley, thank you once again for having me. It's
Yeah.
good to be back and share this wealth of information and knowledge to help our people to know better so they can do better and prosper. And I come from Los Angeles, California, born and raised, still reside there. Los Angeles is where I started out with the medical field, worked in the medical field, ER, ICU. Worked in many different facilities in LA County area. Left the medical field after 5-6 years plus, and then I went into becoming a natural doctor. And in the hospitals, we do what is called assess, diagnose, and we medicate. Surgery and medicine is definitely when necessary. But because in order for us to determine in the medical field what is clinically wrong with the person or to classify their disease, we do an array of assessments. We take blood, we do panels, labs, tomographies, x-rays, so forth, so on. In the naturopathic world, we don't do that because we do not harm the body. We do everything according to nature. And that's where the word natural derives from, nature. Nature is natural. So how do you naturally diagnose someone? You have to naturally do that by actually talking to the person, identifying the source of their problem, listening to their symptoms. And when I say listening, that's feel, touch, ask, pertinent questions. What is wrong with you? What bothers you? What part of your body hurts? What are your physical, present, right now, real-time symptoms? And once we focus on the source to the symptom, then we use nature or means or principles of natural elements from the earth to address the source of the problem, to eradicate the person's health issue. In the natural world or holistic world, we look at all diseases, all health complications as a distraction. And your body is being distracted, and disease thrives in the human body in an acidic environment. So if the body becomes acidic, then sickness and disease thrives. So the source of sickness and disease is acid. So what we do is we focus on which one of your organs have become acidic. When an organ becomes acidic, then it's not absorbing the nutrients. And then now you start to see discomfort, irritation, irritability. You'll start seeing symptoms as pain, inflammation. You'll start hearing people complain about certain ailments. And then when they go to the doctor, then they're going to call it cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, lupus, MS. They'll say renal failure, COPD. So that's where the names come. And I say it again, those are distractions. Let's start to get our people to wake up so we could do like our ancestors did. We went to Juma, Big Ma, Mommy, Mamo, my G. We went to our grandparents or our elders.
Yeah.
We would tell them, I don't feel good. And if you didn't have that crazy uncle who made some moonshine, usually the elders or the women of the family will give you natural remedies. And I say that word loosely, remedy. We are not allowed to use those words like cure, remedies, and things like that. So what I say is that they had things that they would give us, such as cod liver oil, castor oil, prune juice.
I remember that.
You remember that. So
Yeah.
we have to get our people to do recall and go back to our original principles, back to the earth. I tell people, when you're sick, you're homesick because the earth is our home and we are earthlings and we're from the earth. So now transitioning from the medical and science side to move into the natural side and a different way of thinking, I had to be indoctrinized by medical way of thinking. And then I had to change my thinking into the natural way and simplicity of things. So where I'm at right now currently is I do iridology as an apparatus or a means of diagnosing people. And you're familiar with that. You've had that done.
Yes.
Okay.
The most powerful thing ever. I've never experienced anything like that in my life.
Yeah. Hey, Chelley, did I ask you any of your previous health conditions or health issues?
None. You were dead on, spot on. It was just mind blowing. Mind blowing.
Chelley, did you fill out a questionnaire?
I did not.
Did you give me your family background?
I did not. And it's even though I have seen you at work over and over and over again, I'm still blown by how you can actually look into the eyes and for it to be able to tell you what's going on in the body. And I remember asking you, because I remember when you did my examination, I think you were in the left eye a little bit longer. And I was like, oh my goodness, is everything okay? And you kind of broke it down to me in terms of what was in my right eye versus what was in my left eye. And I believe you said the heart was on this side or something like that. But I'm still blown away at
Yeah.
how you do that and how that works.
Chelley, that's amazing that you even remembered that.
Yeah.
Most people don't. You're very intuitive and in tune. Most people that I do exams for never notice that. I'll
Yeah.
spend 2 or 3 seconds at the most in the right eye to look at all of the organs on the right side of the body. And then I'll spend more time focusing and analyzing the left side of the body through the left eye, because there are vital organs on the left side that I really want to capture and I really want to speak to. And when I say speak to that organ, I'm looking and I'm reading your biography, your autobiography about your life. So your brain writes your entire life, your history from the time of conception all the way to the present moment of when I look in your eye. Your brain has recorded trillions of bits of information, terabytes, trillions of terabytes worth of information, and it puts it right there in the iris. So the study of the iris is called iridology, and iridology is what I do. A lot of people say, oh, he's an ideologist, he's an Irie man, Irie, you know, they don't know how to pronounce it, but I just say eye doctor, you know. Yeah, so I like reading the eyes because it's accurate. I don't have to ask the person any of their prior history. I don't have to know your background. I don't have to ask you, is anyone in your family ever been sick? Because I believe that disease is not hereditary. Chelley, I like to promote and teach and submit to our audience that disease is 100% wholeheartedly your fault. You are sick because of some type of decision that you chose to do. You're not sick because of your uncles, cousins, brother, sister, mother. They had something. No, we all share the same recipes. We all eat the same type of foods. Mama's cornbread, macaroni and cheese, ham hock, fatback. We all eat it, and we all end up with the same symptoms. So currently where I'm at right now, Chelley, is I'm traveling from city to city, state to state. I go to house and home, pillar and post. I do lectures, educating people, because the real substantiality about a doctor is that you are a teacher. And I don't get caught up in the titles. I don't get caught up in all of the accolades and the degrees and all of what I've acquired, because it's all opinionated. And I don't like to give people my opinion. I want to give people the truth and give them facts, because at the beginning of the day, we wake up with new mercy and grace. And at the end of the day, God told us, don't go to bed with the sun going down on your wrath. And so many people are going to bed at night with hurt, with pain, frustration, irritation, stress, unforgiveness, bitterness. People are just not where they want to be in life. So when I look at people's health issues, 99.9% of the time, your health issue is not corona, is not diabetes, is not high blood pressure, is not cancer, is not AIDS, HIV, lupus, MS, diverticulitis, is not any of these diseases from A to Z, from AIDS to Zika virus. That's just a title. That's just a classification. I want to encourage people that 99.9% of all diseases is spiritual. And how do we fix disease? By renewing our minds. Just change our thinking. As a person thinks, so are you. So let's open up about health and wellness, or any kind of direction you want to go, and I'll follow your lead.
I would like to start with, so first of all, thank you for breaking that down and sharing that. And I want to take a step back with being able to look into a person's eyes, not just only from the medical side, but it's some correlation about that from the medical side. And then also, you know, there's a saying that you can tell a lot from a person just by looking into their eyes. You can almost tell what a person is thinking, what their mannerisms or behaviors are going to be. So the eyes are just very, very powerful. So I thought of that as you were talking about breaking down each part of the eyes. So thank you for that. I would like to start with, what's the best detox, or what are the benefits of detoxing? Because I've been getting so many people asking me that. Everyone that I've been speaking with about you, people have been asking about the orange juice and the lemon diet. There's a a regular lemon, not the orange juice and lemon diet, the orange juice and lemon detox. Someone has been asking about the lemon detox, and there's like tea with cinnamon sticks. So let's start with that.
Yeah.
Detoxing, why it's important, benefits of it, and which one do you recommend?
So the two worlds of health, when it comes to health practitioners, health advisors, health benefits, fixing their health issues, there's two worlds. You have the medical side, then you have the natural side, and they're opposite of each other. Yeah. You already know about medicine. All medicine is synthetic. All medicine are chemicals. Now, I have a toxicology degree. I've studied chemistry. I've studied all of the health sciences to obtain the knowledge of how medicine works and inside the body. So because you have to have a level of toxicology experience, which I've studied toxicology, dealing with toxins, when the body becomes toxic, the body sends an alarm to that individual by way of your brain. Your brain controls the whole body from the neck down. Your brain controls the way you feel, the way you think. It controls everything about who you are. Right. The brain is the circumference of everything and is very vital for life because it's the number one organ of life. It's the very first organ that starts life. And I want to start off with the brain because it's the brain that's going to determine and detect the toxins that are in your body. Before you even know that you're toxic, your brain has to first know. And when the brain realizes that you're toxic, it sends an alarm called pain, discomfort, irritation, or a weird feeling. And so a lot of people ignore the signs, and they're called warning signs, and warning always comes before destruction. And so we go to health advisors, and 90% of America will go to the doctors or medical field. And I want to give a shout out real quick to all doctors and nurses. I don't want people to think this is a platform to bash doctors or hospitals, and people are going to come at you and say, this guy's against doctors. No, if there's a 911 emergency, please, you all contact 911. Contact the first responders for trauma unit, vice versa. So when it comes to toxins, we want to get rid of the toxins out of the body. And there are 6 channels of elimination for toxins to come out. Number 1 is your colon, and that will be fecal matter or your feces. The number 2 channel of elimination or exit of the body for toxins is your urinary tract. Number 3 is your mouth. Number 4 is your nose, because you got to cough, you got to vomit or void. Number 3, being the mouth is connected to the nose. So the nose is the 4th exit of the human body for detoxing or to eliminate or expel toxic waste. The nose will run, you will sneeze, it builds up waste, and that mucus is acid, acid is mucus. The mucus becomes hard. They call it plaque, and that's a booger. Well, one of the things about the nose is if the nose is congested and blocked and toxins are not coming out, and your mouth is congested, your throat, when you do a lot of that clearing of the throat, all of that mucus and phlegm buildup, you've blocked exit number 3, exit number 4. The 5th exit of the body is your eyes. So now your eyes burn, they itch, they water. It's a reason why we have to cry, because when we cry and we shed tears, it's like shedding blood. It's like removing hurt and harm. So toxins come out of the eyes, and that's why your tear ducts are part of the glandular system. The last exit, number 6 of the body, the channel of elimination, is your skin. Now you understand why we have so many skin disorders or dysfunction. So a skin dysfunction, a lot of people have never heard of that, but a dermatologist will say, oh, you have a skin dysfunction, keloid. When your skin is trying to heal, the skin cells are dying and replicating, rejuvenating, or regenerating so fast that they're not giving the layers of skin and the epidermis and how skin grows. It's overlapping each other. So that would be a dysfunction. Skin irritation or disorder is like what they call eczema, shingles. You got fever blisters, herpes, psoriasis. You got all these different skin irritations. But if you look at it in the natural world, it's just your body removing toxic waste because you blocked your colon. 90% of people are constipated. and they don't know it. And they'll say, well, I'm not constipated. I had a bowel movement today, but you should have had 3 or 4 bowel movements today. And you didn't have as many as bowel movements as your body needed. So where did the toxins go to? They ended up in the 6th channel of elimination, which is your skin. So now the body, Chelley, naturally detoxes on its own by way of your colon, your urinary tract, your mouth, your nose, your eyes, and your skin. So naturally, the body is going to remove toxins. When we sweat, when we perspire, those are toxins coming out of the body. Now, if you want to bring toxins out on your own, by way of your own doing, not the body naturally doing it, that would be a detox. Now, there are so many detoxes out there. There's so much overwhelming information. You got this, you got that, try this, try that. You got Mrs. this, Dr. that, Mr. this, Africa that. You got this doctor, that doctor, this guru, that. So it's so much out there. People are like, I'm on 5 different detox and I'm doing this diet, I'm doing this plan, I'm doing this regimen, or somebody told me to snip this, pat this, put that, drink this, take that. I keep it simple. I like to consolidate. I like to just take everything that's out there and condense it down to something so simple, because you know, the creator of the human body and the universe is God. And God being a creator, he takes the simple things to confound the smartest people. So I like to line up all of my practice, all of my science with what God says, God's word. And this is why I've been so successful with 10,000 plus clients, patients, people who were giving death sentence, people who should be dead. There are so many people that are alive because of the information that I acquired from God and from heaven above. So I take that knowledge and I apply it in principles that are so simple to people that when they do these things, they're getting results. So detox, the most simplest form of a detox is changing your thinking, because the brain controls the whole body. The brain controls the whole body.
That's amazing. So my response to that is, because you said so much and it makes so much sense now that you broke it down naturally with those 6 senses in 6 different ways that your body can exit all of the toxins. That totally makes sense. So I remember when we were talking a couple weeks ago and we were talking about the proper foods to eat and the incorrect foods, which creates the toxins and all of that stuff. And I remember you saying, when you eat the right things, your body knows what to do with it. Whereas when you're eating, you know, a lot of processed foods, it doesn't really know what to do with it. So if you're eating all of the right things and your body knows what to do with it, is your body still going to naturally detox itself?
Yeah, absolutely. Your body will always be in defense and fight to flight mode, or flight to fight. Your body is always doing exactly what it's designed to do: thrive and live. God's word said he created us fearfully and wonderfully. He did not make a mistake. God said that he has given us all dominion over all sickness and disease. All sickness and disease. So if we dominate over sickness and disease, why are we still sick? Well, one of the things is we didn't give our body time to heal, because time heals all wounds. We didn't give our body a recess or a break on putting all of the junk inside of our bodies. So we're eating so much junk. You are what you eat. The life of the flesh is the blood. Your blood is your life is your blood. And when we are not taking into consideration that metabolism is the process of turning food into energy, everything that goes into your body becomes energy. Now, game recognizes game. The game of life is that life comes from the blood. Now, whatever goes into our blood becomes who we are. You are what you eat. So because so many people eat processed, bad food, like saturated fats, foods that are man-made, synthetic, we eat a lot of foods that are not conducive to a healthy lifestyle for homeostasis and absorption of nutrients and minerals for the organs. We're eating so much corn syrup and starch and additives and preservatives and fructose and sucrose and sucralose, and you got the magnesium sulfates and magnesium stearates, and they put all of these additives, they put all of these chemicals and toxins into the food. So when we eat it, we become toxic. Mind, our bodies, our soul, and our spirit, all 4 parts of who we are as a dichotomy, we become toxic mentally. Now we got mental health. We become toxic spiritually. Now we're all over the place. and we're crazy and we got mental health. We become toxic physically. We're always sick, don't feel good. We become toxic in our soul, and we're just lost, and like we have no purpose and we don't know who we
Right.
are. So I'm encouraging people to know that the foods that we intake need to come from the earth, because the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Out of the ground is where God formed us.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to return back to the earth when we don't feel good. When you're sick, I like to look at it as if we're homesick. Let's just go back home. Let's go back to the earth. Let's eat the fruits, the vegetables, the nuts, the grains, the lentils, the seeds. Let's eat all of the things that the earth has for us, supplied all of our needs, so that we can be rich, we can be glorious, we can prosper, and we can celebrate life, which is a vapor. But if we keep putting chemicals and synthetic substances into our bloodstream, metabolism is a process of turning food into energy. So bad food becomes bad energy, which is electron molecules. Now, I had to study physics. I had to study chemistry, and I had to do years of it to get the mindset and the concept of the formula of how simple this body works. Game, recognize game. When you eat an apple consists of all your alphabet of vitamins. Vitamin A, all your B complex, C, D complex, E, F, G, vitamin K, vitamin
Wow.
P, C, U, zinc,
You
niacin,
make the
folate,
apple sound so good.
yeah. And so an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but they're not prescribing apples. So
Yeah.
not just an apple, but bananas, oranges, fruits, and vegetables. When you eat it, your body did not know on a cellular level. You just ate a red or green apple. It
Right.
sees potassium. When you eat an orange, your body doesn't know you ate an orange, a cutie, halo, or a tangerine, or a grapefruit. It sees vitamin C. It sees the calcium. So that's what I'm talking about on a cellular level. And these are the things. Calcium is for the brain, potassium is for your heart, because your heart is a muscle. Muscles need potassium. So I'm just reintroducing to communities and to people how simple it is to be healthy. You'll feel great mentally every day. Your patience, your tolerance will gain a great response. But if you're acidic, you're going to be irritated. You're going to be busted, disgusted. You're going to be nervous. You're going to have
Mhm.
anxiety. You're going to be mad. You're going to be angry. And I promise you, you travel to countries like I have. I've been to 45 countries.
Wow.
And out of all the countries that I've been to, and I'm not saying that to brag, I'm saying it because it goes with along with what I've done. I didn't go there for vacations. I went to study people. I went to
Right.
study communities. I went to places in the Mid East, many countries in the Mid East where there's an 8-hour drive to the nearest hospital. How do you explain all of these people in a village, thousands of people living in these areas and communities, and they're thriving with
Yeah.
natural birth, no C-sections, no birth control, no prenatals, no dialysis, no medication for blood pressure, no medication for diabetes. They're not even checking sugar levels. They're not even worrying about blood pressure or hypertension or putting a cuff on and applying pressure. So when you travel the world and you start scratching your head using inductive reasoning, critical thinking, you come back home, every neighborhood, every community, it's a dialysis center on every corner, like McDonald's. You got everybody you know is on some type of drug, and we're in our 40s and 50s dying. We're in our 60s and 70s ailing and barely making it. But there are people in Ghana, Africa at 150, 60, 80 years old, villages full
Wow.
of people over 100 that are thriving, and they're not on the medication. So we
Right.
need to go back to, what are we doing wrong? We're dying for a lack of knowledge. We did not know that our bodies self-heal. One
Mm.
of the reasons why I'm successful at what I'm doing is because of the detox program that I'm giving people. Is very aggressive, it's very simple, it's very powerful, and it works just like gravity. Everything that goes up, it has to come back down. That is a law of nature. So what I've taken is that same metaphysics principle of the laws of nature. I take the fruits and vegetables. I created a proprietary blend. That's the green drink that you're talking about. It's a smoothie.
Mhm.
I've also created a detox program, and that's where you're coming in with the lemon. And it took me years to cultivate that. I had to go into a lab. I took my biology degrees. I took my major in science and health sciences, botany, plants, and agriculture science. I took all of that, went and took advantage of the labs, get under a microscope, and start mixing compound molecules together from the fruits and vegetables, which are live enzymes, because if two agree, they walk together. If
Yeah.
two don't agree, it becomes a complex molecule and becomes a complex relationship, like Bobby and Whitney. Any questions?
Goodness. Can I just, no questions, really comments. Can I just say that first, I absolutely love the green smoothie. That's amazing that you recommended. And I've become a pro, my husband and I, at the lemon detox. When I tell you I've never been big on sugars and sodas and things of that nature, but just having something that tastes really good naturally, the lemon detox is amazing. I mean,
Yes.
I'm starting to drink it. I try not to overdo it, but I'm starting to drink it every day. Like I'm on my third pitcher. And what's today? Wednesday. I'm on my, so I think Saturday I made a new batch. So I'm on my third pitcher. And it's really, really good. It tastes
Yeah.
really
So that detox is readily available. It's on the internet. It's called the Master Cleanser, the Lemon Cleanse. There are about at least 20 major detox out there. And I use that just to get the body a boost because we've aggressively poisoned our body with what we put into our bodies. And the Creator, the Father, has said, don't defile your temple. Touch not, taste not, handle not any unclean thing. So because we're putting things, some of us do it unknowingly. Many of us do it unknowingly. We go to a restaurant, we eat something, we think it's healthy, but we didn't know they put butter in it. We didn't know they cooked milk in it. We didn't know they put some chemicals and some fake, synthetic, seasonings or things like that. So we get this stuff in our body and over time we don't feel good. So what I'm educating people is because for years, 5, 10, 20, 30 years of putting cakes, cookies, we're putting pies, we're putting sodas, we're putting all of this junk food, fast food on every corner in our communities. We put so much junk in our body, even though we're thriving, even though we're still moving and going to work and we're still waking up every morning, our organs are failing and we're shortening our life. So what I did was I wanted to create something to give that blood a boost. So a good blood purifier and cleanser is the combination of a live enzyme that's a citric acid, because you want to take a citric acid and bring it together with sulfur, which is a mineral. And the most powerful form of sulfur outside of a boiled egg, because of the yolk, would be the cayenne pepper. So cayenne pepper is very powerful. When you mix cayenne, she's no joke. She reminds me of you. She's like that Wakanda forever, like a soldier. Cayenne, Cayenne, she carries a assault rifle and she mixes with another powerful female named Lemon. And then lemon and cayenne come together with water. And then water, you got to have something to sweeten up the party, something that brings that flavor. And when you mention sugar, a lot of people say, oh, I can't do sugar. I want to stay away from sugar. I'm a diabetic. Well, the sugar that comes from the maple tree is the sap. And that sap, the sap is called syrup. The maple syrup or the sap from the tree, it goes in connection with that and it allows that calcium to go back into your body, because when you're purifying your blood, you're detoxing your blood, because cayenne is going to clean your blood, lemon is going to clean your blood, water is going to clean your blood. You got 3 major components that is flushing and purifying your blood. You got to put something back inside of you. So it's kind of like dialysis. When they drain all 12 pints of your blood into a machine, anybody that knows anything about dialysis knows that when the blood goes back into your body after a session or a round, you're lacking the calcium. So the blood is made up of 2 parts. The first part is hemoglobin or plasma, which is hydrogen, oxygen, because your blood is 92% water. The other part of your blood is platelets, which is iron and calcium. So when blood has been contaminated, or they're trying to purify or cleanse your blood through a machine and they filter it, the calcium is missing. So they have to give you a supplemental of calcium in the machine, or injection or a pill or some type of liquid calcium. So what is our calcium for the detox when we're purifying our blood? The maple syrup. So people in their minds are saying, oh, it's like Aunt Jemima pancake syrup or some type of, no, that's not the same syrup. It's pure sap from the tree. The life of the flesh is the blood. So what is the flesh? The bark. What is the life of the bark? The sap. Well, what is the sap? The blood. So when you take the sap, which is the syrup, and you put it into that drink, trees are very strong. Every house, just about every house, generally speaking, are built with wood. That's the foundation of the building or the house. Now, your body is a house, it's a temple. So, if you want a strong foundation, what is the foundation of your temple? Your bones, joints, ligaments, and cartilage and tendons, which is your skeletal system. Well, skeletal system and bones and joints need calcium.
Yeah.
So, when you do the lemon cleanse or the master cleanse, guess what you're putting back into your body when you take that maple syrup? Calcium.
Wow.
So, I have to reprogram people to say, oh, it's not sugar. Now, white sugar is not good for you, because if it's white, it ain't right. Guess what color maple syrup is? Brown. If it's brown, it's from the brown.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good. Can you say that again? That was so good.
If it's white, it's not right. If it's brown, it's from the brown. See, white sugar is when they take nature and they convert it into something different. White sugar has been changed or turned in brown sugar or raw, natural, honey, agave, raw brown sugar, carbonado. What they do is they take it in its natural state and they bleach it, and it's called enrich, and they change it to white. They do the same with bread, pasta, wheat. They turn it into white bread. So when we consume that, our bodies doesn't recognize it and know what to do. So it becomes stored energy. It becomes acidic. And then when you prick yourself, then they're going to say, oh, your sugar levels are elevated. No, your acidic levels are elevated, because those meters don't see sugar, because you're not sitting at home eating a bowl of sugar all day.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So much powerful information. So once you learn the right foods to eat that are not toxic, once you get your body to, you muted yourself. I can't hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
There you go. So once you start eating the right foods that are not toxic, once you get your body to a point where it's naturally detoxing itself, and then once you start to put back the calcium into your body, then where do you go from there?
Yeah. So once you detox and pull all the toxins out, now you want to put the nutrients back in. It's just like changing of the guards. Out with one administration, we're going to get Obama out, bring Trump in. Take Trump out, bring Biden in. So it's like changing of the guards. We're going to take out the toxins. We're going to put the nutrients back in.
Yeah.
So that's where I came up with the green smoothie. Now, the green smoothie is based on the person's exam. Now, it's from person to person. Just like if you got 5 people in one house, they all have high blood pressure. They all are on lincidipral, but they all are taking a different dosage. Everybody in my family is diabetic. We're all on metformin, but we all have a different dosage. Everybody might not take lincidipral. Somebody might be on lamlodipine, Limsarta, so they have different drugs for blood pressure. So because of that, I make sure that everybody knows that I have a disclaimer that when you become my client, my patient, that the green smoothie is for that individual, because if you start sharing it with other people, I'm getting a lot of phone calls that say, hey, somebody drank this and they got sick and they want to sue you. And I'm saying, well, are they my client or patient? No, but I shared the information. Why? Well, they were sick. Well, what were they doing? Well, they just got done with chemo. This is a true story. I had a lady who was my client, paid for my service. She shared the information with a family member who just had chemo, and it created a chemical reaction because she did not do the program. There's a right way and a wrong way to love somebody. There's a right way and a wrong way to detox. And that's why every time you put something good into the body, it creates free radicals. So a lot of people are full of the highest form of chemical exposure, which is chemical radiational poisoning. Let me say that again and slow down. Yeah. Chemical radiational poisoning. Chemical radiational poisoning. They don't call it that. They call it chemotherapy. They put the word therapy behind chemical radiational poisoning. So in your mind, you think it's therapeutic to put chemo. And when you get chemo, which poisons you, it's the highest level of poison, the highest level of radiation, element 1, 13, 14, 15, 16. When you put these elements into your body, you become highly toxic. Now, then when you force the good in, the fruits, the vegetables, the nutrients, then you create the free radicals. If you don't open up a floodgate and open up an exit for them to come out, then you become so nauseous, delusional, or a reaction that you're going to think it was the good when you can't get a negative from the positive. Remember, God said everything he created is good and clean. So how can an apple make me sick? How can a banana make me sick? How can peanuts make me sick? How can oranges make me sick? It's not the fruits and vegetables that make us sick. We're already sick on the inside. And when we put the good in, we release the toxins called free radicals. We didn't open up our colon. We're not having proper urination going through because your uric acid levels are high, your creatinine levels are high. You got all of these high levels of toxicity that you did not detox properly. So there is a right way to do this. And I do it with not the enigma or stigma behind it. I know how to adequately, properly detox people, and they get results, no matter if it's AIDS, cancer, or whatever it is.
They are giving you some amazing feedback. Dr. Price is so awesome. I love my Dr.
Wow,
Price.
thank you.
He's the truth. A lot of clapping hands. This is some very great and vital information that's being shared tonight. Hearts, clapping hands. So they are loving it. We have a question here. How long should you use the Master Cleanse?
So the Master Cleanse, that's a good question. The Master Cleanse is a detox. Now, let me put it this way from the medical perspective. When a person is sick, they run blood, they do labs, they analyze the toxicity level or a viral count. If a person has a virus, how do we know how sick they are? How do we know what their viral count is? How do we know the level of danger? Are they at a first level called subacute in the natural world? But in the medical world, that's stage 1. In the natural world, is that person at an acute level, which is stage 2 in the medical world? Wow. Stage 3, you've heard it, stage 3 cancer.
Yeah.
Stage 3 cancer in the medical world, or stage 3 or level 3 disease in the holistic community, the natural community that we are in, that would be chronic. Now, when someone is at that level, they start to feel inflammation, which causes pain. So when a person's elbow hurt, their head hurt, they're dizzy, they're vomiting, they're at a chronic level of sickness. Now they're going to the doctors looking for answers, or now they want to detox. But disease can be in the body and you don't even know it. That's why they say it was undetected or asymptomatic. So it all depends on the level of toxicity. So when a person dies, we just charge it to the game and say it was their time, you know, their work was finished. No, that's not true. We'll also say, well, they died because of cancer or they died because of disease. No, cancer doesn't kill anybody. Corona did not kill you. Diabetes didn't kill you, because I know post-mortem. Talk to any medical examiner. Talk to anyone that's a coroner that knows how to examine a body. They're not going to write cancer, corona on the death certificate after they've done autopsy. They have to do a toxicology report to see how acidic, how toxic was that person's blood. I have to factor in that same concept when it comes to detoxing people. So when I look in the eye, somebody's toxicity levels might be to such where you need a 30-day detox. Somebody might be at 90 days. That's when you're really bad, because see, 90 days is that's 3 weeks. Well, so every 90 days you get all new blood.
Yeah.
So does that make sense?
No,
it's
that makes
based on the examination.
It's case by case.
There you go.
Shantae says she's so mad she was super busy and missed the one-on-one.
Okay. And let me correct that. 90 days is 3 months. So every 3 months you get all new blood.
Okay, every 3 months you get all new blood. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. There's a cycle. Yeah.
Right. Some people that are really, really sick, I'm going to put them on a 90-day detox. And that's very aggressive. And in most cases, they start feeling better within days to weeks. They're starting to get their equilibrium, their chakra, their chi is back on track, the meridian, their homeostasis is kicking back, their vibration is back in a good frequency.
She said, okay, women doing it big. She didn't.
Women doing it big.
Yeah. Hey, okay. I think I know who that is. Hey, yeah. She says she's mad. Dr. Lamar was the man, wasn't he? He was up till 6 a.m. doing exams. So you have to reach out. Dr. Lamar, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, so we're going to put it into the chat as well. And it's Dynamic Health Solution on social media. You can also reach me at The Realist Health Coach. And you can go on IG, Instagram, or Facebook and type in Dynamic Health Solution. You can even type in my name, Lamar Edward Price, and they can reach me. I'm going to give out my line, my business line. My phone number is 424-274-2016. I'll say it again, and we'll also put this information in there, 424-274-2016. If anybody has health issues, if anybody has a friend, a family, an enemy, a school teacher, a partner, or whoever you know, your neighbor, if you know somebody, a stranger that is sick, and you want to help them, because we're all here to help one another. Each one teaches one plant, one water. I believe that if you all can get that person to me, text me their number, send me their information, get them on the phone, do a conference call, get them to me so we can get them help, versus let's just keep on praying for their strength and pray that their problems will go away. Faith without the work is dead. We've been praying and praying for years and years. I'm not against prayer, but I'm totally against people praying, and watching that same person die at the same time while we're praying for them. So I believe that if we could detox people, we could get the nutrients back in their body. Now we'll see the manifestation of healing take place.
I love that. Wendy says he's my doctor for life. Mine too, Wendy. Ada Sanchez. Yes, I'm so glad he's about transforming lives. We waited past minute for our screening. I know you have to give him a call directly, Ada. Listen. Yeah. Knowledge is power. Sharing is power. Dr. Lamar, tell everybody where you're going to be this weekend. Virginia Beach is nothing but a hop, skip, and a drive. So you guys get there so you can get your examinations. Tell everybody where you're going to be this weekend.
Listen, it's all your fault, and thank you for the platform. So it's all word of mouth. And when we come in contact with new information, exciting information, a new business deal, a good sale, something's on sale, or someone's giving something away for free, new information that's enlightening and life-changing, we want to share it with everybody. So you opened up your big mouth and told these people in Virginia, but I thank you for it. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what you got to cry out loud. And that's why I said big mouth, because you are a voice and you're being heard. And thank you for that, for your platform, for sharing my information with Dr. James. Is it last name James?
Dr. Prenik, Walter Miller.
Yeah, and Walter. Yeah. So you have more of the information. My mind is like all over the place. But yes, we will be in Virginia. You're going to have to share the information so people can jump on board and come out and see us live in person. We're going to have an awesome time. And I believe they're doing something.
This is my pre-birthday celebration weekend.
Yeah, your birthday. Happy birthday. Yes.
Thank you.
We're going to celebrate your birthday. I think we're not going to sleep, but we're going to do 48 hours, no sleep. Sleep is not for us, not for that weekend.
Dr. Lamar, will we be having a very personal very soon, King Brother? Yes, you will. That's Walter speaking. So you guys come join us if you can, God willing, God able, down in Virginia Beach. It's going to be a 3-day weekend. Dr. Lamar is going to be speaking on the panel. Thank you so much, Ida. You definitely want to get in and get your eye examinations. It's something that is life-changing. It's the exposure of the knowledge for me, and it's changed my life. I was already a health nut before I met you, but I'm even more conscious about it, and I'm heavily on you are what you eat. So I am very intentional about what I put into my body. So
yeah, Chelley, that's one of the reasons why we connected, because of like-minded and like-conscious minded. We're both woke. And when I just said a few things, you lit up and it just resonated with you. And it's funny that a lot of what I was telling you, you were already saying it before I could put it out there. I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, you are woke. You do know about this health ride, so we're trying to get everybody on board. I believe that we could change a nation. We could build an empire, a community. We can build wealth, because your health is your wealth.
Amen. Amen. Absolutely. So one last time, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you. This has been amazing.
We'll put it, and we'll make sure we put it in the chats too. It's 424-274-2016. You can call that number 24/7. And when you call me, you can reach out, ask your health questions. There is a fee for my service. If you want me to become your personal doctor, your health coach, your life coach, your health guide, advisor, it's a fee, and you can contact me about that. And it's 424-274-2016, or on social media at Dynamic Health Solution. And that's Dynamic Health Solution, just like the shirt. And then you can also type in Lamar Edward Price on Google. I had a lot of people who told me they just Googled my name and found me and actually got a phone number on the internet. So yeah,
cool.
I'm not too hard to find.
That works too. This has been an amazing experience. As always, like I said, we're going to do this once a month because, like I said, people are dying and getting sick on a daily basis. And I believe as long as we keep pushing the information, then we'll save lives one person at a time.
Absolutely.
So, guys, for continuing to support me. You guys be sure to follow me and subscribe to my channel on YouTube at The Chelley Roy Show. And you can also follow me on Instagram at The Chelley Roy Show. I will see you this weekend, my brother.
Yes. Hey, God willing, we gonna party.
Party. Yes.
We're gonna have a good time. I'm excited about the men. I have a powerful, powerful message for the men. It's gonna change lives. And I just want to get in where I fit in. And I'm just a servant. So I'm coming to serve the men and serve all of the women so we can get some facts, get some answers, get some truth so we can prosper.
Yeah, Ada, if you can come to Virginia Beach this weekend, that will be great. Ada is saying that I don't think she got to see you at Women Doing It Big. This is your chance now, Ada, to come to Virginia Beach if you can. All right. See you guys soon. I'll talk to you later, bruh.
Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.